I am really enjoying October so far. How about you?
Me too. I love this month.
It is so full of so many celebratory events.
Right, like Halloween.
Which, of course, is my birthday.
Yep. And there's also Oktoberfest.
Oh, for sure. And who doesn't love to have beer on their birthday?
Right. But it's also National Apple Month.
Which is perfect for when you want to do apple bobbing at your birthday party. Because, like on my birthday.
Oh, good grief. Welcome to Mom's Wooden Spoon, where the recipes are retro and so are your hosts.
You can say that again. Happy almost Halloween, everybody.
Yeah.
It is absolutely my favorite holiday of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And therefore, we have brought to you all a recipe that is not scary.
No.
It is not creepy.
I hope not.
It is not filled with candy.
No.
In other words, it has absolutely nothing to do with the holiday. Guess who picked this one?
Hey, that's not nice. October is National Apple Month.
It is, and that is the tie-in.
Yes.
And so this recipe is Norma's apple sour cream pie.
And we don't know who Norma is.
No, but I'm sure she was well over the age of 60.
Probably. And you know what? We got this recipe from a friend of the podcast.
Not Norma.
Not Norma. No, we actually got this various memo and several others from our friend Deb Hall.
Yes.
So Deb found these various memos of her mother's just like we did.
That's awesome.
Yep. And so she is donating these in honor of her mom, Marge.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make one.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So I looked up because I was really kind of curious about this sour cream in the pie and like, what's this going to look like?
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned that it'll split and get all kind of weird. And while you tell us about it, Carrie, I'm going to start to peel the apples. And so that might be a little crunch sounding.
Oh, this is my evil plan coming to fruition, people. I am going to talk and talk and talk. And Kristen is going to peel all of the apples. She started with this handy dandy apple peeler core. Well, okay, theoretically it's handy dandy. You attach it to the counter and it spends more time falling off the counter than it does peeling and coring and slicing apples.
It does, yeah.
And Kristen's like, no problem. I'm a pro at the apple core peeling, slicing. And I was like, great, then you get to it, my friend.
I was like, aren't you going to help me? She's like, no.
Nor do you really want me.
Gosh, and we have 6 apples here, Carrie.
Yes. And we went for a lovely combination of Gala and Granny Smith.
Yeah, a little tart with your sweet.
Yes. Okay, so I looked up sour cream pies.
Did you?
I looked up sour cream apple pie, actually.
And it's a thing, huh?
It is a thing. And it looks kind of like a cream pie with some apple slices. And then I did see that they had a sour cream pie. It was a quick pie. So you did like a graham cracker crust. Mm-hmm. And then you... I'm watching Kristen try to core this apple.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, so let me do it and see how loud it is.
Oh, it's taking all of her strength. There's a little grunting involved.
Oh, my God.
Okay, their veins are standing out on her neck.
I'll just be cutting these because that is... Oh, there we go.
It worked. And it took the core with it, so that's good.
It did. Okay.
Very good job.
I'm just going to be cutting that sucker because now you got to pop it. Oh, Lord, no. I'm done. I'm done. I'm just cutting this bad boy.
Okay, so you took a graham cracker crust.
Okay.
And then you took cream cheese and sour cream. So that's going to have some bite.
Yeah.
And mixed it all together. And then Cool Whip.
So it was a no-bake pie.
It was a no-bake. Yeah, I called it a quick pie. But
what the heck's quick pie?
Well, it goes together real quick.
That's right quick.
Yeah, because you don't bake it. It's an unnatural white color.
Ooh, that's weird. I'm concerned about that. These slices are huge. Should I cut the slices in half or just leave them big like this?
I think just leave them big but thin.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them these a little thinner.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can try and help. We don't... put anything on the apples for this recipe.
Yeah.
We just have apples.
There's no lemon juice.
Nothing. There is an organization like America's Test Kitchen.
Oh.
They did research as to which method works best for keeping apples not brown.
Oh, how interesting. I'd like to know that. We used to put 7-Up in the 70s.
Yes. So they tried 7-Up or, like Sprite.
Yeah.
They tried lemon juice. Uh-huh. They soaked the apples in honey water.
What? I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
just dumped them in an airtight container.
Okay, that sounds smart.
They submerged them in just plain old Jane old water.
That's what you do with potatoes, right? So
yeah. They submerged them in salt water.
Oh,
or they coated them with a syrup or sugar, which seemed like the worst to me because that would change the taste of the apple.
Oh, right.
You have to rinse them all off when you're done.
I don't know. Do you remember back in the 70s, they had that thing I always wanted. It was called Fruit Fresh, and it came in a little shakeable container, and you'd shake it on the fruit to keep it, well, I don't know, fresh.
We didn't get that either.
We
Mom
never
always
got
said
that.
it would make the fruit taste bad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I wanted to try it.
It probably is what they use, like on, you get McDonald's apples in their Happy Meal.
Oh, yes.
Not that I get Happy Meals for myself or anything, but the apples always have like a weird texture.
Yeah. They probably put Fruit Fresh on.
I bet it's from the Fruit Fresh.
Fruit Fresh.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so what they decided worked hands down the best.
Yes.
Salt water.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, you want to try it?
No. I don't want a salty pie.
It's a half a teaspoon for a cup of water.
Okay, if you want to try it.
I think we totally should.
All right.
I mean, then we're testing multiple theories all at once.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be so exciting, people. And I've totally thrown Kristen off her game.
Excuse me while I get a bowl. I like to be prepared. This is uncomfortable.
I've just thrown an audible. I did not prepare her for this. Nothing.
You said that last podcast, and I left it in, but I don't know what the heck that means.
Oh, it's a football term.
Fancy that. Okay, hold on. How much salt?
It's a cup of water for a half a teaspoon. Oh, people, if you could see her. I've really thrown her for a significant loop.
This is looping. Are we still recording? Oh, no, they're recording my idiocy here.
She's not a fan of loopy.
Are we going to double it?
I think. Let's do like 2 cups of water, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you guys, I think the whole rest of this podcast is going to be messed up.
We've gone off script here.
Off script, man.
This was not on the recipe.
I'm so stressed.
Ooh, this is fun.
Ooh, Carrie loves throwing me off my game.
I mean, this is
Carrie pulled an audible.
I did. Oh, yeah. So
what does that mean?
It's a football term, and it's when the quarterback gets up to the line and he realizes that the defense is doing something he didn't expect him to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so he changes the play last minute.
Audibly?
He calls an audible.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you said that about me last week or a couple weeks ago on the podcast. I was like,
if she thinks it makes sense, we'll let her sound like an idiot.
That's right. That's what to do.
Using her stupid, not real terms.
Oh my gosh. Every recipe on the Mary's Memo is an apple recipe.
Yes.
And I don't think we realized this when we were looking at this Mary's Memo. There's one for apple crumb pie. It's a microwave recipe for pie.
For apple pie?
Yes.
In the microwave?
In the micro.
I mean, you think the McDonald's apples are wonky textured.
I know, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so you put it in a pre-baked pie shell. So I'm like, why wouldn't you just
put the dang
the whole thing in the oven?
Right. You got to pre-bake it.
But we wanted to do the Norma's one because I was really, really interested in the sour cream combo.
I agree. It just sounds very interesting and unique.
Yes. But I'll tell you what, if you guys want us to go through the torture of making an apple crumb pie in the micro.
This is unsanctioned.
Oh, no. I'm going to say it. How about if we get, let's see, 10 whole listeners to email us at momswoodenspoon1@gmail.com and tell us that you want us to make that pie. We'll do an extra recipe this season.
Oh, no. Kristen called an audible.
I called an audible, man.
Mine are cute and funny.
Oh, well, I have something cute and funny. And that is Mary's comments about microwaves on this Mary's Memo here.
Okay.
It says that in 1988, the Campbell Microwave Institute survey found that 75% of all U.S. households have a microwave. Not only did 75% of all USA households have a microwave, nearly 1 in 10 had 2.
Shut your face.
Who the heck was having 2 micros in their house?
They wanted one upstairs and downstairs?
In their nightgowns? I don't know. I just found that fascinating that many families would have 2 microwaves. I guess they were all the rage.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're cooking a whole meal in it.
Yeah, that's true. You need a couple.
So one for the main course and then one for the veg.
Yes, exactly. Or the apple crumb pie.
Right. I like that. And I do want to mention here quickly that
Yes.
Kristen has cut some apples. I'm way behind her because I'm lame. So she's have some apples. They're sitting here on my cutting board. I haven't gotten to them yet, and they're browning.
Yeah.
But I look at the apples that are in the salt water. They're perfection.
They are.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I can't believe this is
We're going to have to pull one out and see what it tastes like before we put it in the pie.
So, Carrie, I happen to be online looking up stuff about 88's Kel Surprise, and I found that you could buy a pound of apples in 1988 for 69 cents.
Really?
Yes. What did you pay for these apples?
$1.87.
Wow, times have changed.
Yes. I'm doing really good cutting, Kristen.
I'm impressed. You've gotten your one apple, and I've done the 5 others, and we're
She's lying. I have done an apple and a half.
We never told people what's in this other than sour cream and apples.
Hey, that's a good idea. Well, I mean, it's a pie. There's a pie crust.
And it's a pre-purchase, so we got the Pillsbury one in the pie tin.
I got the one in the pie tin that is in the freezer section versus getting the nice pie dough that you get in the refrigerated section, also Pillsbury, that you kind of roll out and make your own, only because they would not have had that in 1988. You absolutely would have gotten it straight out of the freezer.
Yes, you would have. And then what are we going to do that our mother would have to make sure everybody knows this is an absolutely 100% homemade pie, even if it isn't?
Right. We are going to re-crimp the edges.
Yeah, we are.
So it looks like fingers made that pie shell and not a machine.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is the thinnest pie crust I have ever seen.
It is. I don't know that we can re-crimp the edges. They are so insanely thin.
Yeah, it's not a lot of pie crust at all.
All right, so we're mixing up the saltwater apples. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Stuff, Kristen.
Okay, wowie. So I'm going to mix these up and then let's taste.
Okay, just one.
One that's been soaked.
I don't know why I said just one. You can taste 2 if you want.
Wait, did you do enough research to find out if we had to rinse them?
Nope, it didn't mention rinsing.
It didn't? Okay. Here we go. Here's a good juicy one. Take a bite.
All right.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, a little salty, but not the end of the world.
Just on the outside. I bet we could rinse those off.
Right before they go in to the mix. We might want to dry them off because I don't think the addition of the extra moisture is going to be a good idea at all.
We'll do that right before they go in.
Well, that's adding an extra work. I don't like that.
Yes, but I like non-brown not owls. I almost called them owls.
Non-brown owls. But if you're going to add cinnamon, who the heck cares if they're brown? You won't know because they'll be covered in cinnamon.
Oh, well.
Carrie's looking at me like, shut up, shutting up.
She just had to be right.
I know, right? Okay, here's the instructions. Mix the sugar and flour and add the sour cream.
Do we do dry and then non-dry?
No, it just says, mix sugar and flour. So let's do that first. So you put 3 tablespoons of flour and I will get the sugar. 1 cup of sugar. Let's make sure that's right. And that's
3 tablespoons.
And I'm almost done with the sugar, but it's way far away and I'm having to lean over and it hurts me.
Oh my God.
Me back. Okay, there we go. We got the sugar.
Right. Very good. Ooh, smoothing it out nicely.
Okay, here's a whisk to kind of
very professional, Kristen.
You know, right? And once you get those kind of whisked together, we have to add in the sour cream, the egg, the vanilla, and even more salt. Dun, dun, dun. Whoa, this sour cream's ready to come out.
It smells funky.
Is it me?
Probably.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
There's no cinnamon with the apples. The apples are just apple, sugar, flour, sour cream, egg, vanilla, and salt. And just the topping has cinnamon. Okay. Well, then I'm sure glad we did the salt.
What? What? Wait. Rewind. I'm so glad that this is being recorded, people.
All right.
What a moment. I'm sorry, Kristen. What did you just say?
You're right, Carrie. You're right.
This was pretty amazing to hear at 50, but 8-year-old Carrie would have killed for that.
You're right.
Oh, man.
Oh, how much salt now?
All right. So we have sugar. That's not a lot, really, of creamy mixture.
It's not. Let me get the salt. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then the egg.
Okay. Throw it on in there.
Here we go. All right. Well, we're going to take a little break here because I need to drain these apples, rinse these apples, and then dry these apples. And that's going to be a lot of noise. And you know, Kristen doesn't like noise.
She really doesn't. We'll be back. All right, Kristen has cleaned the apples, dried the apples, desalinated.
Desalinated. I'm going to grab one. Of course, I keep touching all of them.
She did. She sneezed on them and then she wiped her nose twice.
Yeah, they don't taste salty at all.
Oh, good. You know, I will use that.
I will too. That worked.
That worked really well. I have never had apples look this beautiful.
It's going to look really cool. It's going to look really white and then have that cinnamony chrome topping.
Yeah. Okay, so there are some really weird named apples.
Oh.
And I wrote them down.
Okay.
They sound like milk products, actually.
Well, let's hear these.
I'm going to name them all. You tell me which ones you think I made up.
Okay.
Butter. Green cheese.
What?
Pink custard. Ice cream. Yogurt. 2 are not real.
Green cheese is not real. And butter is not real.
Did you look at my notes and then you picked?
No.
Okay. No, butter is real.
What?
And green cheese is real. I made up pink custard and yogurt. I just went with the dairy.
I almost said, I've heard of pink custard before. I'm so glad I didn't say that.
Oh, that would have been the best. I should have gotten the deep dish crust, Kristen.
I think we need to get out the other pie crust.
I think you're right.
So, they didn't say deep dish anywhere. This is a crap ton of apples, Carrie. We're going to have to double the crumble because you know the crumble's the best part, right?
Heck yeah. We've got a lot of pink custard apples here. Your very favorite.
And you know what? While you were telling us about the pink custard apples, I tried to pinch the crust. This is so flippin' thin.
You just
it ruins it.
Yeah,
so
I can see where you tried.
Okay, so good luck to us.
I'm still chuckling about you having heard of the pink custard.
Well, what is your least favorite apple?
Oh, Red Delicious.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
Mealy,
bitter skin.
Yeah,
I have a picture of me at Christmas, and Santa brought me the most ginormous apple ever. It was like the size of my head or something, and I'm holding it up in a picture, and I probably was maybe 6 or 7.
Okay.
And it was a Red Delicious.
Yeah.
It looked gorge.
Yes.
Tasted crap.
Yes. I remember when they came out with Yellow Delicious, thinking that I had just died and gone to heaven. Yellow Delicious live up to the name.
They're good baking apples.
Okay. Don't get all the soupy stuff for that second pie.
I got all the soupy stuff for the first pie and thought, oh man, there's not going to be enough soupy stuff for the second. Guys, I'm going to have,
This is a lot of apples.
It is. I'm going to have to put it on a cookie sheet, I think. Otherwise, it's going to spill.
Yeah. We have 2 pie crusts full of apples, and we have quite a few apples left to go.
There's no way this would have made one pie.
Not even deep dish.
No.
Maybe 6 medium apples are way bigger now.
I bet that's it. So this is going to be way too many apples for the filling. This is going to be interesting to see.
Oh, right. Because we didn't double the juice.
No.
This is going to be way more appley and less cream pie.
Well, it's par for the course. We screwed up yet again. But it is definitely a difference between what a medium apple looks like now.
I think you don't know what you don't know.
No.
Never
Until
would have thought of that.
In the middle of it going, oh,
this
crap.
doesn't seem right.
Yeah, here, I'll take it.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not doing it right.
It's not because you're not doing it right. It's because you're trying to lean over. I hurt my back doing that. I was trying to be nice. I won't ever do that again.
That's the truth.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So we're going to get these in the oven at 350 for, let's see, I got to lean way over, 30 minutes. And then we have to pull it out, crank the oven up to 375, and
put on our crumb topping.
Put on the crumb topping, and then that bakes for 10 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess let's get them in the oven, and then we'll make the crumb topping.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do
that. No pause or nothing. Let's just keep.
Oh my gosh.
Rolling.
Oh, it's gonna be noisy. Son of a gun! I gotta get out the aluminum foil because I don't want this to leak on my cookie sheet, and then I have to wash it. Oh.
It is so fun doing these with her. Her positive attitude is just infectious.
I'm totally kidding, mostly.
And by mostly, she means she's not kidding at all.
Not one bit. So if you guys are going to make this pie, I would recommend you get kind of what we would consider small apples.
I mean, very small.
Because these were what I thought were medium. I did not pick the biggest.
No, I did not either.
I purposely picked the smaller of our choices.
Yes. All right, stick those puppers in the oven.
Okay.
And we will make the topping.
We're going to double it because we have 2 pies.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, we're not going to have enough butter softened.
Oh, yes. I do have butter softened. Other butter softened. So,
oh my gosh, listen to her and her pre-planning.
That comes in handy, doesn't it?
Oh,
What
is that?
I'm holding my collar.
You're holding on to your bra straps. It's like, are you snapping your bra straps, Kristen? What are you doing?
Oh, Lord.
Apparently, new move for you. When you do something real great,
Hold on to your bra straps and go.
Snap your bra straps to make a fancy sound.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Can I just drop the butter right in the bowl?
I don't see why not.
All right. And we're going to need for this sugar, flour, cinnamon, and then this extra butter.
All right, Kristen, so this recipe, as we know,
Yes.
from 1988. We have gone over 88 things in the past.
Yes.
So I didn't want to redo things that we had done.
Boring.
However, we had discussed that Raymond came out in 88.
Raymond, yes.
Previously. Did you know that in the infamous scene where Tom Cruise is new to having Raymond with him, he takes him into a phone booth to make a phone call, and Raymond goes, uh-oh, fart, uh-oh, stinky. The actor farted. No. He got pulled in. He accidentally farted. He stayed in character.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise pulled him into the phone booth and he farted, and apparently it was a nasty one. So when Tom Cruise goes, geez, Raymond, it's because the phone booth smelled bad.
That's hilarious.
I thought it was great.
I love it. What a good little tidbit, Carrie.
I like the tids and bits.
I do too. Yeah. I have some 1988 tids and bits too.
Well, I don't care.
Oh. Well, before I give you the tids and bits, which utensil would you like to stir that up? Would a whisk make it more crumbly or would a spatula?
I'm going to do a spatula because I think it'll just get caught.
Yeah, I think you're right.
With the butter.
Yeah.
Did you double the cinnamon?
I did.
Did you add cinnamon love?
No, is that a little extra more?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We usually do that with vanilla. I did that. I add a little extra vanilla.
Vanilla and cinnamon both get love.
There we go. We added a little pinch of love there. So we have the sugar, flour, cinnamon, and butter. We're good to go.
Oh my gosh. Good reading, Kristen.
Yum, yum, yum. Thank you. So first of all, I have to give a shout out to my fellow Defiance Bulldogs who graduated in 88. Okay. And we are cool and we are great because we're the class of 88.
Did you just make that up?
No, I think we said that, or maybe it was just me. And so I was like, I have to find my senior pictures so that I can at least put one on the website for everybody, right?
Nice.
I had to hunt and hunt and hunt, but I found them.
How much hair do you have?
Oh, lots of hair. I really don't like the way I look in them. My head is kind of tipped down, and I feel like it makes my nose look really long.
Yeah, but you got a cute little perk nose.
Oh, thank you. And I look very demure.
Well, that's definitely
not reality, right?
Yeah.
So I looked very demure, very cutesy. And then what I realized is, you would give these out to your friends.
Oh,
these
yes,
little
you did.
wallet-sized ones.
Yeah.
And when I went to find them, I had a whole box left.
Oh, no friends. Although you did get like 200 of them.
That's true.
Because I remember getting them all thinking, holy crap, like I have to give one to every person in the school.
Yeah.
In order to get rid of these suckers.
You did get a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so this is not a crumb topping. There is not near enough dry stuff. I don't remember seeing any flour in here. Did you put flour in?
I didn't put flour in.
That's why best cooks in the country, people. And if you're lucky, we'll open a restaurant soon.
Oh my gosh. You know what? When I was looking for those pictures, I found a little box of my son's stuff when he was little. And he actually was in Defiance and went to the summer academy there.
Yes.
And he took a cooking class and they got to decorate their own aprons.
Okay.
And he was really young, so he didn't really know how to spell. So he came home with an apron that said, best cock ever.
Does he wear that around now that
all
he's in
the
his 20s?
time. Yeah, fits him so well.
Can't get him out of that.
No, best cock ever. I plan to present it to him at his wedding.
Oh,
Yeah,
fabulous.
the rehearsal dinner. That'll be perfect time to share that with him. Yes.
Okay, can we go back to the senior pictures?
Sure.
Okay, so I had pictures taken in a beautiful hat. I mean, it was the 80s or it was early 90s. I mean, I was Debbie Gibson.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah, except she had straight blonde hair and I had gorgeous red curly
Yeah,
locks.
yeah.
With this beautiful hat.
I mean, the hat.
I was
the hat.
feeling it. Needless to say, does not age well. And so did you have anything humiliating in your senior pictures?
In one of them, I was wearing like a little green sweater shirt with a Peter Pan collar and a prairie skirt. And in the other,
the prairie skirt. Oh, my love of the prairie skirt.
Yep.
Kristen.
I know, right?
Perfect picking.
So
prairie skirts were amazing.
So cool.
My Laura Ingalls Wilder
Oh,
face.
man, I love it.
Gosh.
Yes. And then the other one, I was wearing a black turtleneck sweater, and I was wearing something probably Mom picked out for me. Sorry, Mom. It was a lizard pin. You know, pins were kind of cool back then. It was a big silver lizard pin.
I remember the pin.
Do you? Girls wore pins. I can remember them wearing those theater mask pins.
Okay,
or,
let's go with
that. Yeah, maybe it was just Kristen loved pins. Awkward. And it wasn't a button pin like was cool on your jean jacket.
Oh, no.
It was a big, old silver lizard pin. And recently Mom said, oh, I have this pin and I'm not wearing it anymore. Would you like it? I'm like, nope. No, thank you. I am not the pin wearer anymore.
Did you have a scarf? That was actually later.
Oh, later. Yeah. No, it was just a big silver pin. You couldn't really see what it was, which is so good.
But I know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I remember your love of that pin.
Oh, gosh.
I remember having Mom be like, would you like to wear the pin?
You're like, no.
Not on your life.
No, thank you. Yeah, so thank you for bringing that painful memory
up.
Well,
hey, I have the hat. So,
that's true.
I mean, it's all fair and
the hat is fabulous.
I mean, Debbie Gibson.
All the way.
Fine.
All the way.
Gosh, I was so flipping cool.
Okay, so there were some words that were first seen in print in 1988, and they kind of surprised me, and I thought they were fun.
Okay.
The first one was channel surfing.
Oh, because nobody had a remote.
Right. We had a remote very early on, but it had a cord attached to it.
A very short cord.
Yeah, so it would string to like the ottoman, not all the way to the chair. So you'd have to, in order to change the channel, you'd have to scooch way up to the ottoman.
Yes.
And change the channels. But channel surfing, I remember doing that. Like in college when I had a break and I had a TV, which was rare. I would just flip. That was my favorite thing to do. Not watch a full show. Just flip. Do you remember that?
Oh, absolutely. You'd watch about 10 minutes and then an ad would come.
You just
move on to a new
And then
show.
sometimes you'd remember to flip back, but
most of the time, no.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yes.
I don't do it now.
No, it's because you'd have to exit your app.
That's right.
And move to the next
app.
Yeah,
it'd be a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, channel surfing. It's no longer a thing. That's sad.
It's not. Wow. So we are so old that we were there for the advent and demise of channel surfing. Okay, our old listeners. Feel that one.
Gosh, feel that one. Okay, another one was JPEG.
Oh.
I use lots of JPEGs for our social media. I love the good JPEG.
Absolutely. And much easier pronounced than the GIF.
So totally.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, I don't know which one's right, and I'm not going to even try. Road Rage came out in 88.
Oh, my daughter, she's a new driver.
Oh.
She's familiar with road rage.
Does she get road rage?
She does. You know, I think being a teenager.
You're filled with angst anyway?
Yes, and you're filled with self-righteousness.
Oh, right.
I mean, I certainly was.
Yeah.
And so as a new driver, you know the rules and the regulations and the laws, and all these other dimwits clearly do not. And so I think it's just a safe environment for all of that anger and self-righteousness to just throw itself out there.
I love it. Yes. I remember my son, once he got his learner's permit, correcting every move I made.
Oh, no. She didn't do that.
Really? His favorite is to tell me how to do a roundabout properly.
Oh.
You need to put your turn signal on, apparently.
Because no one knows that you're turning right around the roundabout? Huh. What is that car in front of me doing?
What is
Going
he doing?
right around the roundabout.
That was it. It was like, you need to be turning your turn signal on.
It's like, look, they're exiting to the right.
Yeah. I love that one.
That's awesome.
That's great. Okay, a couple others were delightful. Service animal.
Oh.
1988.
I'll be darned. I
Yeah.
wonder what they were called prior.
Blind person's dog?
Oh,
I don't know.
God. Nope, don't think so.
That was not appropriate.
Helper dog?
There you go, helper dog. That's we're getting canceled. Oh,
We had 10 listeners and they've all left us because of you.
they're not going to be calling us now.
Thank goodness we don't have to make the mic.
Oh, thank goodness.
Way to save it, Kristen. Way to save it.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, here's another one. Good Lord, that was awful.
How many minutes till this thing is cooked?
I know, right? Come on, I only have... Well, shoot, I had another one. I think I cut it off.
Because it was inappropriate? Because we've been down that
Because it was
road?
so good and I had a whole chit-chat about it. But this is certainly not what the chit-chat was. Unibrow.
Nope.
Nope.
Huh.
It was something about computers because I had a whole story about computers in 1988. Well, probably in 1989, how my friend Christy would try to get me to go to the computer lab. And I was like, why would you want to do that? I have my electric typewriter in my dorm and I have this whiteout strip where you can type right over it and it whites the thing out that you typed in properly. Why would you want to use a computer? I refused to go to the computer lab on campus.
I have a friend that she's a bit younger than us. Allison, thanks for listening.
I was going to talk about Allison, who was on my list too.
She worked at the computer lab in college. She said it was the best job ever. You just had to make sure that people didn't come in and start looking at inappropriate things. And that there was a guy that she had to repeatedly kick out.
Sheesh. That's hilarious. And all of this delightful conversation was because there was a word that was first seen in print in 88 that I apparently accidentally deleted, but I still have the whole story written down.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is perfect. We have topped the pie.
Yes.
We have failed to turn the heat up as we were supposed to.
That's right, to 375.
We have been cooking this pie for about 4.5 hours now.
I know, right?
I think it looks gorgeous.
It's exquisite. You see little oogie googie caramely looking things coming through.
It looks really, really fantastic. I mean, knowing that we totally cooked this the way it wasn't supposed to be cooked.
Right, as usual.
We totally made this the way it wasn't supposed to be made. Man, oh man. I mean, this is a nice looking pie.
I'm excited.
The crumb for the top was not crummy at all.
No, and then it kind of melted on the top.
It did.
Looks good. And now with this crust being so thin, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the crust,
the edge off.
Get the edge to come off. We're going to try. I can't imagine it's not going to taste good. Oh, it came out beautifully, almost beautifully. Oh, I lost a half of it. Well, maybe we won't take a picture of this. We'll just put on the picture of the pie, right? Because this is a mess. It was my fault. Epic fail. You know how sometimes getting the first slice of pie out is tricky?
And she just didn't get down the edge of the pie crust.
Didn't. Not well enough.
There's absolutely not enough sour cream in it.
No, and that's our bad because of the apples.
Right. The sour cream one that I saw online definitely had more sour cream. But this is still a pretty looking pie.
Oh, it really is.
I think anybody's going to pitch a fit over having to eat this.
I'm ready. Can I begin?
She is. Like, she's got the fork, flipping it in her mouth.
The apples are tender. The cream looks good, not curdled as I thought it might. And I'm getting the biggest blob of the crunchy top as I possibly can. I can't get it to stay on the fork.
Well, it's because the bite is so huge. And so she can't. Oh, she's doing a dance. Oh, I'm seeing moves she hasn't had since the 80s. This girl like Jagger with this pie.
I got the moves like Jagger. Yes, I do.
Oh, she's eating more. We don't even know what the first bite was like.
Divine. The crust is not the best, but the filling with the crunchy topping, it is so good. Carrie took the most massive bite I've ever seen her take. And now she's going in for another one.
I'm trying to get a little of the crust this time.
Yeah. While she does that, I have to tell you guys, I was so shocked to find out that 2 specific movies came out in 88. And you just don't think of them as coming out on a particular date because they're so much a part of pop culture.
Oh.
You know? Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
and Beetlejuice.
Oh.
I never think of them as coming out on a specific year because they've been a part of our life for so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Well, I mean, an annual argument over is Die Hard a Christmas movie.
That's right. What do you think?
About the pie or Die Hard?
Die Hard first and then the pie.
I do not say that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I think it is a movie that occurs at Christmas.
That is what I think. Now, when my husband listens to this, he's going to be disgusted.
Mine too.
Really?
Yes, he will be placing a very well thought out, bullet pointed, PowerPoint decked presentation over why I am incorrect on this.
That's hilarious. You know what? I think it's because they want to watch it during the Christmas season, and it's just an excuse to watch it annually.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fantastic excuse. And it's a great movie. You should watch it annually.
Right.
But that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear what our listeners think.
Oh, yeah. If you're up in arms about this.
Yeah. Email us at momswoodenspoon1@gmail.com.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, but not if you want to see the microwave pie. You want to email us at Kristen, the podcast lady, at
No,
Gmail.
that's not the right one.
All right, that really doesn't exist. Okay, this
what do you think of
pie,
pie?
First off, let me pat us on the back.
Yes.
Because that pupper is very well cooked.
It's perfectly cooked. So you guys, if you use too big of apples, just keep cooking that sucker.
Yeah, we just went and went and went. We waited for it to cook down, not be so liquidy. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. The pie crust is of zero consequence to the pie. It doesn't
so thin.
even exist. You could put the apples just directly into a tin.
You really could.
And it would taste the same.
It's inconsequential. The delight is that crunchy topping.
The crunchy topping is delicious.
The creamy middle.
Yeah.
I think it's enough cream. I really don't think that there was anything lost by us having too many apples to cream ratio.
No, it is delicious.
Oh, I would highly recommend this recipe.
And it was not hard. Now, I've not made a lot of pies, so
no,
I certainly couldn't, compare it to the difficulty of making
Well, if we didn't have to put them in salt water and then rinse them and then dry them, it would be way
easier. And I will say, Kristen forced me to get apples other than Granny Smith's so that it would not be too bitter or sour due to the sour cream and then the sour apple. I totally think you could do this with all Granny Smith.
You could. That topping is so sweet.
Yep.
Carrie was right. Dang it, twice.
Oh my gosh.
Was it twice or were you right on another episode? I don't remember.
No, I'm pretty sure it was here twice. Let's replay this entire episode so I can relive these moments.
I'm not sure you were right twice on this one, but
it's the best birthday episode ever.
All right. Happy birthday, Carrie.
Thank you for the gift of acknowledging my correctness.
You're okay. And I will celebrate by another piece of pie.
All right. So quick before Kristen changes her mind, let's finish up this episode. Thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween to everyone.
Yahoo!
You are not going to want to miss our next episode coming out on November 4th. We are going to be baking once again. It's like Kristen planned 2 baking episodes in a row for my birthday.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
We'll see you then. Thanks for listening to Mom's Wooden Spoon. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe. If you want a copy of this recipe or to see the pictures and other items from this episode, go to our website, momswoodenspoon.com. If you'd rather, check us out on Facebook or Instagram. Pick your poison.
Don't say poison. We're making food. I totally forgot to get the corer. I totally forgot to get the apple corer out. Let me find. I think it's in this drawer here. Nope. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's a blowtorch. Wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, I got it.
That'll work better than a blowtorch.
That will work better.